Hello, my name is Chelsea, and this is Tiger Eye Tarot, where I bring you readings for your astrological sign every single month. I'm not very airy-fairy here at Tiger Eye. I tend to just tell it like it is, so remember that as we go through this reading for Cancer for May 2020. So I use something called the Thoth Tarot deck. It's a little bit different than the Rider-Waite, and I use a spread very specific to the Thoth deck. I also, oops, I left it a little close to you guys. I'm also going to pull a few Angel Oracle cards at the end just to give you an even better idea of how to take care of yourself this month. So we'll just jump right in. Alright, Cancer babies. What is the best and highest message for Cancer at this time for May 2020? And that includes Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising in all of those prominent placements in Cancer. So, almost done here. What do we think? We're done. Cancer babies. Okay. We're going to cut it once, twice. Okay. Had some jump out there. Twice, 3 times. Okay. So these go here in the middle. Yes. All right. Just laying out your reading here because it takes a second. It's like quite a few cards for you. Alrighty-o. So, looks like Cancer, you have some changes coming in your life. They're going to be coming in swiftly here over the next month. You're learning how to be a little bit more decisive in your action, to jump on things quickly. This is the Swiftness card, the 8 of Wands. We also have the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. So it looks like there's going to be a new situation coming into your life of a very kind of masculine, creating, making money sort of nature, in which you're really learning how to get in touch with some of your masculine energy side, which I know is not usually very abundant with the Cancers. It can be, you know, you're much more happy with kind of softness and gentleness and sensitivity, but during this time you're being called to really get in touch with the side of you that, you know, creates action, creates things, does, and, you know, you're out in the world and you're making and all of that. Let's see if there's any more messages for you here. It looks like this new opportunity has to do with career, and this is going to be something that you're really going to need to jump on quickly once it comes in order to take full advantage of it. So this next area, you either have 2 separate paths or a path that kind of is a continuation of each other. These continuations, this is a continuation. Okay, so first off, it looks like you've been a little bit down during all this quarantine stuff. It's been really getting to you. You've been feeling very lazy. You've been feeling like you are not getting enough done. You've been feeling kind of melancholy. You've been feeling just very earth and home. It's been hard for you to make healthy decisions because your emotional side is really getting to you, and just feeling kind of like hopeless. Like, what's the point? It looks like you've been getting pressure from someone that's kind of fiery in your life. Maybe they've been kind of judgmental, maybe they've been pushing you to make different decisions, but that has been and is going to keep kind of influencing you at the moment. It looks like they are doing it from a place of caring. They have honest and good intentions. They're not trying to be rude or mean, which I know can be hard for you to, which can be one of the first places that you jump to when people criticize you, or, you know, you're very sensitive, and that's okay. This is saying that if you communicate with them a little bit, they might just back off and give you a little bit more space to work through things in your own way. So then we have the second, oh, and these were the cards for this, by the way. We have Princess of Discs, and we have the, let's see, we have the Seven of Cups, and the the Knight of Wands. So, moving on to our next three. Oh, it looks like there might be something coming in for you in the way of love, but it looks a little bit chaotic, unfortunately. It looks like you're very attracted to this person, and it's making you possibly make bad decisions. And yeah, you're really feeling it for this one. You have some really like strong kind of tender emotions for this person, but it looks like they're not a very good match for you, and it might end in some turmoil here if you aren't careful. This is the Tower card. Is there anything else for you here? Yes. This will be a good experience for you, though, in learning what you want and how to understand what you don't want in a partner, maybe before it gets to this point. Let's see. Yeah, that might be kind of a hard time for you coming up emotionally, but it looks like you're going to bounce back pretty quick, and the lessons that you get out of it are going to be really important for you. So it's all good in the end, you know. So we have next what has been and is currently influencing you kind of intrinsically, like your kind of emotional background here. So we have a lot of watery cards and some feeling like trapped. You've been really like wanting love, you've been really searching for love, and that might be, you've been feeling very nostalgic for it, and that might be one of the influencing factors in kind of jumping into this thing here a little bit too early, or too quickly without like a strong enough foundation. Sometimes when we want something so bad, we ignore a lot, you know? And then we have the Empress. You just feeling very kind of emotional and tender lately, feeling pretty kind of overcome with your emotions. Just kind of, she's, you know, just very like soft pastel colors here. She's very kind of soft and kind of nostalgic, and just really feeling like your feminine side lately. Feeling pretty in touch with your emotions, whether that's, you know, you being able to control them or them kind of controlling you. Like you're just really feeling your emotions lately. You've also been feeling pretty, this is the Hangman. You've been feeling kind of trapped and stuck, and like you don't have control over the situation, like you don't have any power to make decisions, but that isn't true. This is an illusion for you. There are creative ways to do the things that we need to do right now, and that this is calling you to remember that and keep that in mind as you move forward, to not automatically shut yourself down thinking that what you want isn't possible. There are so many creative ways to still feel like ourselves during this time, and that's what this card is letting you know. Then we move on to this area here in the reading, and this has to do with your karmic, what's going to come up for you karmically, which always actually is kind of reassuring for me, because this is the part of the reading where this is going to happen no matter what. You can't mess it up. So that always makes me feel better. But so we have the Hierophant, we have the Emperor, we have the Queen of Swords. Um, There's a lot of work coming up for you, Cancer. There's a lot of kind of structure coming up. You might have some like classes, you might be working really hard on a project, or maybe like a new business or something of that nature, where you're gonna be really kind of down in the trenches, really just kind of toiling away, getting something ready to go. And this is calling you to do everything by the book, to really build yourself a strong foundation for whatever project or whatever it is that's coming up, in this vein, and that will set you up for success. And it looks like here what this is saying is that you are going to successfully balance your feminine with your masculine, and that is going to make for a much happier you, able to get out and do the things that you need to do, feel confident in them, really be able to achieve while you are in touch with your emotions and are a sensitive being. So that's all great. And we have the Queen of Swords. She is, cutting off someone's head in this picture, but this is just showing that you're going to be able to be a little bit more direct and decisive, and you aren't going to be as afraid of hurting people's feelings anymore. It's going to be, you're going to have, you're always going to be sensitive to other people, just like you hope that they would be sensitive to you, but you're going to be able to assert yourself a little bit better here in the near future. And this is going to help you in all of your projects and in everything coming up, because it looks like there's a lot of kind of fiery energy coming up in the way of projects, career, etc., like something where you're going to be working really hard on something that's going to be fulfilling for you. So that is your reading for this month, Cancer. And now I'm going to draw a few oracle cards for you, just to give you an even better idea of how to best take care of yourself this month. Even kind of call these the self-care cards sometimes. So here we go. What is the best and highest message for Cancer at this time for May 2020? And that is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Cancer, all those prominent placements. Okay. So, are we done? We're done shuffling. Yeah, are we? Alright, just one second. It's got to feel like it's done. Okay. So we have 3 cards we're pulling for you. Okay. So what do we have here? So we have Remember Who You Are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So remember this, especially through whatever conflict might be coming up with this other person later in the month. You are very loved, no matter what happens. And then we have Divine Order with Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. And this is seems to be in reference to you feeling stuck and like you have no options. You do very well have options. See past the illusion and see the underlying order, I guess. Or, just know that you do have options. And we have Clairsentience. Archangel Raguel, notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So listen to your gut feelings, not just your emotional ones, but everything. If something feels off, it's probably off. And this is a little tidbit for you from the angels for this month. So that is everything that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications for my channel, just so you can get make sure you're the first to get your reading for every month. Oh my gosh, what else did I say? Oh yeah, down in my description there's a little bit more information on how to book a private reading with me. and I'm always available for those, so feel free to reach out. And thank you so much, and have an amazing May 2020.